Hello everyone and welcome back to Renowned Explorers International Society, The Emperor's Challenge. Let's spend some research. That's the place to start. And do we want to advance the research faster or make the most of our actions in cities? And I think in this particular crew, making the most of our actions in cities is probably the way to go. Now it does mean it's harder to get to our supplies. It takes 4 papers to get there instead of only 2. And I'm a little worried about that because I'm not sure we have enough research to get to 4 papers. Yeah, I don't know. We might have to spend some insight to get some research if we want to do that. That might be worth it because this supplies is pretty good. It's actually better than this one by quite a bit. Only 2 supplies here. This one already gives us 2 and then gives us an additional 1 every time we complete an expedition. I've really gained some favor for this exploration records recently. Yeah, but this is probably the way to go. So let's go ahead and do it. Get an extra insight, that we may need that to get some more research. Get a lobbyist and 5 extra campaign. And we are obviously quite short. So let's go ahead and check out... Oh, back to the world map. Let's check out our study options here. And no one really gets a lot, very unfortunately. I could, of course, grab a helper entourage for that right away. I could grab a student right here and just get 1 to 2 extra from each one. Let's see. Let's do the math. Okay, we'll get 8 to 12, and we have 4 insights. So the most we can get here would be 40 to 48, or would be sorry, that's not right. 32 to 48. 32 research is not going to be enough to get both of these. Not by a long shot. Huh. So you know what? This is really inefficient. Let's see, if we got... what if we got 2 students? That would be an extra 2 to 4 research per token. And we'd be getting, well, 8 tokens. So 2 to 4 times 8, so it's an extra 16 to 32 study. And that might actually make the difference. 16 extra. 16 extra. Oh, you know what? I did my math wrong. Because I did 4 renown times 8 to 12. No, that's correct. Okay, yeah. So 32 minimum research plus an extra 16 if I bought 2 students. So that would up it to 48 by itself. So then it would be a minimum of 48 and a maximum of 64. And that would be enough. You know what? We're going to do that. This is extremely inefficient, I'm aware, because we don't need these students for anything else. But we will want to upgrade the shop anyway, so that's not wasted. It's just the students themselves that are wasted. And that is really unfortunate. But I think getting those supplies at this point in the game is valuable enough that it is worth it. I really do. I very, very strongly believe that. I have been in situations where I have not had the study papers, or enough study early on to be able to afford the supplies that I needed. And when that happened... I really suffered. I really suffered in the later stages. Okay, 45 research for the next paper. We should be able to get it now. Barely. We have to roll really nicely here. We have to roll 18. Oh, we might not get it. Even now, we might not get it. Wow. I mean, we could buy 1 more student, but that's really a waste. We might not get it anyway. I'm going to really feel silly if we don't get it after spending for 2 students, but... And we didn't. We didn't get it. We're 4 short. Darn it. I wanted that. I wanted that really badly. Oh, man. I don't suppose there's any way we can get 4 more study while we're in here. I guess we could buy... This is getting really efficient at this point. We could buy one of these guys. Like we could buy this guy and have him give us the discovery instead of taking the perk for 200. That might still be worth it. As sad as that is, that might still be worth it. It'll just use all of our renown, or all of our status for this particular overworld map. But that might still be the right choice. Which is really unfortunate, because I'd like, you know, the diplomat or the rogue. Although he can learn customs naturally, and we'll get etiquette from the tree, or from the campfire card. So this one's not as important, but I would like to get the rogue perk for 200. All right, I guess I'll give up on the supplies, as much as I don't want to. Makes me sad. Yeah, I really don't want to do that, but the extra 2 supplies could be a big deal. But we'll get it next time, and it'll give us 3 supplies then, and we can carry on. It's not the end of the world. I was just really hoping to get it now, and I feel bad because I spent extra resources on it, on trying to get it, and still didn't get it, which is unfortunate. Which is really unfortunate. All right, let's take a look at our shop. Let's focus on something else. Here's our grappling hook. We really want that, and I'm gonna go ahead and go for it right away. It's gonna use up most of our money, but having a level 3 quick thinker right off the bat hopefully will benefit us. And we do have enough money that we could buy a good gloves just to help someone out. Or not good gloves, sorry. We're devious. A good book to help someone out. And I think I would like to do that, and I'd like to give it to Charles, I think. It's sort of a toss-up between Charles and Dolores. Dolores' AoE is better, but Charles' AoE can be used from further away, and Dolores' AoE is already quite strong. So I think we'll do that. Okay, and we should use some of our status here to buy some merchants, probably. Either that or there's an athlete or quick thinker perk available we could afford. Quick thinker, escape artist reflexes. We could give her reflexes, or we could give her smashing, which she cannot learn naturally, and that might be very nice. I'm a little concerned at how low our diplomat is, especially because I've already decided where I want to go for my second mission, and I would like a good diplomat for that, and we only have a level 1 diplomat at the moment. I could give him diplomat customs from that entourage, which would mean he could take survivalist spotting. I mean, that wouldn't be the end of the world. It's not real efficient, but I could do that. Yeah. Alternatively, yeah, diplomat languages I could have given him with 100 gold. But I chose to get the grappling hook, and I still think that was a good choice. I'm just thinking here, I'm weighing my desire to be efficient, which I've already failed at miserably on this world map, but my desire to be efficient now with my desire to have an extra level in diplomat. Do I get customs here and he can just take the survivalist perk later? Decisions. I don't think so. I think I'm going to wait on that. If anything, I should give the rogue perk probably to Harry. I can give him rogue surprise, or I could just give Dolores another level of athlete. And you know what? I think I'm going to do that. Let's give Dolores the other level of athlete. She needs smashing. Yeah, okay. There we go. Learn smashing. Okay. I'm not thrilled at how that went, but it's okay. It's decent. And we can't afford any traders now. That's all right. We're already doing very, very well on our collect token quest, and we will get more opportunities. Not traders, merchants. We'll get more opportunities to get both merchants and traders if we want them. Okay, our next expedition. Now, kind of a weird choice, but I've decided to go to Mali. There's a couple reasons for that. First of all, it gives gold, which I want. Secondly, it takes Rogue, Athlete, and Beguiler, which we have some of each of, which is great. And the main reason I want to go to Mali is because there is a treasure here I have never gotten. And it is a guy who walks up to you and babbles about swords constantly. And I've never managed to figure out what to do with him. The only hint is that he likes swords, apparently. And I've never had taken a crew here who has a sword in their inventories. And in this time, I was really excited that we got the Sword of Justice in a way, because it's a sword. So I'm hoping we will run into him, and maybe we can talk to him because we have a sword. And I'm assuming that'll be like that'll give us something that we've never gotten before, because I know I'm missing a treasure from Mali, and maybe that's it. So yeah, lots of reasons to want to go to Mali. So that's where we're gonna go, even though it's better for friendly crews, and we are devious. We do have Harry, who is good at impressed, at least. So when we get to the end of it, if we want to impress the chieftain to lower his defenses, Harry may be sufficient for that. All right, here we are. Let's see what we can find. Now again, only 9 supplies, so we do have to be efficient with our movement. There are 2 nodes here that give supplies, which is nice, but we don't want to go there first. So let's go to this witch challenge, and then we'll decide where to go from there. A suspicious young man. He seems to be very afraid of your crew. Okay, we'll try to make him at ease. 72% chance. Young man is put at ease. He starts. Well, look at this. Am I like psychic or what? The very first person we run into, we make a diplomatic check, and he likes swords. And look at this first option. Show the Sword of Justice you found in your first expedition. Now, granted, I did not figure this out entirely on my own. I have seen people talk on the forums about the sword guy wanting you to have a sword item. That did clue me into the fact that I needed to have a sword item in my inventory. I did not figure that out on my own. I figured that out because I saw people talking about it on the Renowned Explorer forums. However, I feel a little bit justified that I went to Mali specifically to find this guy, and he was in the very first node we went to. Yeah. I'm feeling a little smug right now. Okay, show the Sword of Justice. The young man loves the Sword of Justice. Oh my, a sword fit for a foreign king. Who had thought I would ever see such a rarity? Take this old Milanese sword. Maybe you can show it to another sword fanatic somewhere around the globe. How thoughtful. And this is an item I have never gotten. The Songhai sword. Very nice. +2 study when spending insight in Timbuktu. Interesting. That'd be great for a different crew than we have right now. 10 to 15 gold from treasure hunt, or, you know, in this case, I'll just take the 6 collect. After that, the young man leaves. It seems you made his week by showing off your sword. There we go. We've done it. No matter what happens in the rest of this run, we've already gotten our new treasure for the run, which is very exciting. But we're not going to try to stop there. We do want to get to Shangri-La. But I still feel somewhat smug about that. I'm very happy about how that worked out. Let's see if we can go get some supplies. The crew sets up camp where some plants are growing. Must be a well nearby. And Dolores, as a athlete, actually, can go look for one. Dolores finds a huge rock from which under a little water is flowing, and lifts the rock to find a freshwater spring. There we go, back to full. And Dolores got some supplies. Or not some supplies. She did get some supplies, but she also got a level up. Primal Roar adds a debuff that gives the targets -20 speech defense. That would be really good for this crew. Or Dolores becomes confident after casting Primal Roar. Not helpful. That is amazing. At -20 speech defense for everyone she hits. That's great. Okay, where to now? I guess we'll go down here and then maybe loop around. A small mud period. You can hear this. A small mud pyramid. You can hear the hissing of snakes inside, and a skeleton lies in front of the entrance. Sure, let's investigate it. You find a clay tablet about Songhai princes. This crew member will do anything to be famous. Use these secrets to leverage fame in Africa. Oh, interesting. I've never come across this option before. Okay, and he doesn't get the... usually, when you enter the pit of snakes, you get some rewards, but you take a minus resolve or minus armor or something for it. But because Charles had that special option, that doesn't happen. We just get the secret. That's kind of cool. Alright. A group of scared elephants. Dolores will do her best to lead the crew out. And she should be decently successful at that. Dolores leads the crew through the incoming herd of elephants. Very nice. And hopefully that will increase her collect token. Yeah, it did. So we're up to 27 now. Something odd here. Oh, the audit committee for the witch doctor. This is an important one to run into. Oh, and we have a special option for Harry pulls off a fun prank. Sure. But they still want us to wait 2 months, and we're not willing to do that. So we'll have to convince them in combat. Okay, now the problem here is if we solve this deviously, the villagers trick us. And aggressive is sort of iffy on whether or not they'll help us or not. So we really want to solve this friendly if we want the best treasure from the witch doctor. Theoretically, we're not too upset if we don't get that best treasure, but we should try for it. So if we can, I would like to end the encounter friendly at least. We'll start with devious. We'll try to switch over to friendly. Fortunately, it's easier to switch over to friendly from a devious attitude than it is from an aggressive attitude, which is typically our problem. And Harry does do a decent job at friendly, as we can see. So we'll let him do most of the work, and just try not to lose any resolve doing so. Huh. We could hit this one. I'm kind of tempted. Let's, you know what? Let's do it. I just don't want to lose any resolve. I'm not willing to take the risk. And it's not like that hurt our friendly. It just didn't put us in a friendly mood, which is fine. We do have some minus speech defense for the current tyrannizing mood, but Dolores will be fine. And we'll switch over to friendly this turn with a good attack from Harry. Yep, we'll get rid of the guy who AoEs. I don't like him. And actually, can Charles get in range here? Because if he can, we might be able to finish off this guy this turn. No, it doesn't look... Oh, he can. Okay, if we hit both these friendly attacks, then we're done. And that might be enough. Yeah, looks like it. Alright, just, you know what? We can actually just use a devious attack. Because that won't switch it over to friendly, and we will end friendly anyway. Or they won't switch us over from friendly, and we'll end friendly anyway, I should say. There we go. It's nice. So we are going to get the audit committee on our side, which is great. And we'll be able to get some advantages in that final fight against the witch doctor, hopefully. Tactician, Begather, Quick Thinker. We have 2 of those, and 2 different ways to go. I'm a little bit reluctant to go down here, because we are kind of low on supplies. And it looks like there's some interesting things up in this area, so let's go this way. Okay, a small village with people gathered around a campfire. They are doing a joke festival. Who can tell a joke? Well, Harry, and if we succeed, we get the underdog buff of 1 to 2 extra status. Let's try for that. Ooh, a failure. Wow, that was a really unfortunate. Not only do we not get our buff, but we don't get our bonuses there. Harry's cheeky spirit doesn't always lead to something positive. He wants to steal some of Charles' rations, but gets caught. He will apologize. Charles appreciates Harry's sincere apology. Charles asks Harry where he learned to sneak food like that, and he tells him about how he always had to steal food to survive. And they now appreciate each other a little better. So, Charles gets a rogue perk, rogue subterfuge, and 20 grit, and Harry gets Diplomat Pompous and 10 Spirit and 10 Speech Defense, which did help our Diplomat team, which is why I chose that one. I've run into this combination before with Charles, and he gives a Diplomat perk to whoever he is friendly with, so that helped out. We will continue here. Oh, a cave. All right, let's see where it goes. Which way to go? Left, straight, or right? Let's go straight. Sure. I don't know. Oh, so aggressive scorpions. Okay. I'm not sure how scorpions will feel about us insulting them, but apparently we don't get any extras for regardless of how we solve this encounter. So this is one of these encounters on the square-based grid, which I always think is interesting. It's not something you run into very often in the game. It really just in Egypt, and then I think just this combat here is the only time you really run into it. And it's cool. It's just, it breaks up the monotony a little bit. Not that there's a lot of monotony to this game. The game is amazing, and you pretty much are always doing new things. And they've been really good. The company's been really good about adding new content to the game constantly. There's been 2 major updates already since the game came out, and I would be surprised if there isn't more to come. They seem to be devoted to expanding on and supporting the game, which is great. Because just a couple additional content patches they've added have really made a big difference. Mali and the Andes and Lost Island, all additions that they have put into the game, and without that, there would be a lot less variety in the runs. So it's very nice. Didn't really mean to switch to aggressive there, but oh well, doesn't really matter. We're not at the point where we're getting any extra bonuses for solving things deviously, really. We did manage to get the efficient. It's hard on the square-based grid to get the efficient. We could have done it actually with Charles's AoE. I probably should have. I just didn't think about it. We do get a treasure hunt for that, which is nice. And where did we end up? Oh, well, not too far away. Okay. All right. And there's our campfire. Let's go ahead and check it out. Etiquette course. That's what I wanted. Do we want any of these others? I will keep collect. You know what? I should probably grab Lucky Gold, actually. You know what? We're going to do that. The earlier we get Lucky Gold, the better. And Master Thief is great, too. Wow. All of these are excellent. And I'm going to keep them all. But the earlier we get Lucky Gold, the better. 25% gold from Collect and Treasure Hunt. You know, get it earlier, be happier. And I'm wondering, I'm hoping that this will also increase our Collect token mastery. Because we are technically getting more resources now from Collect. But it might not work that way. I'm not exactly sure. We'll see. It'll be interesting. The crew is a lucky lot. With their unfaltering spirit, they always seem to find more gold than one normally would. Fortune favors the brave. Or the devious, in this case. And yes, it did. It took our Collect Token Mastery all the way up to 31. Nice. There is some supplies here. I wouldn't mind trying to get those. Hopefully this is a Diplomat Challenge. It is, and it's the guy who gives us a mining material for the Crystal Mountain. This is really important. Charles, 74% chance. Don't let me down. I need this mining equipment if we're going to find the Crystal Mountain. And we did get it. Take my specialized mining gear. This will yield better results and open up new possibilities. He seems to be hiding something more, but you can't put your finger on it. I've never managed to figure out what this is. I don't know if you need to be a certain level of diplomat or something to figure it out. I'd be interested in knowing, but I don't. Alright, 7 supplies. We're just going to go back over here and keep going on our way. A bountiful place. We can find some supplies. Okay, so here we have the option of Charles or Dolores, both 100%. We are going to take Dolores because she gets the extra status from Collect automatically on success. There we go. And that will take our Collect Token Master up to the next level, give us 8 points, and we didn't even need traders or merchants to get to that, as we can see. Okay, there is a technique challenge here. I really want to get over to this odd one too, though. Let's go this way so I can get down there. The entrance of this cave has collapsed and is sealed off by a thick wall. Dolores can just bash it in, or she can use the mine equipment. Let's bash it in. Why not? She can, so we should. The cave is full of weird materials. One vein of glowing stones is particularly interesting. We can use the specialist mining gear, but if we fail, we'll lose 2 supplies, and we only have a 32% chance. So I think I'm going to just take the study and leave. I want to get down to this node. Oh, a little hut. Okay, good. This is a moving furniture around for a woman, and it requires an athlete. And we actually have a very, very good athlete. In fact, 100% chance. She shares a secret technique, a secret massage technique. It can relax even the grumpiest soul around. Very nice. Now, we don't actually need the secret technique because we have Harry. And Harry is a pranking trickster. And just like Hildegard, he will let us get through that challenge by himself because he is a pranking trickster. But if you don't have one, you do need the massage to get through to the chieftain. And there is the Crystal Mountain. Excellent. You hear some yelling in the distance. Work harder, you maggots. We've got to get this haul from our turf to the port as quick as possible. A local warlord with a large following. We do have a rogue, so we could sneak around and grab the haul. And that's probably better for us than the campaign. So Let's try that. Yeah, 90% chance, and that would also give us Harry's underdog bonus. So we'll hope we're successful. There we go. Nice. That will again help on our collect token master, and we'll get a bunch of supplies. 7 collect, I should say, for that, with some supplies on top of it. That's pretty awesome. Another level up for Harry. Now, do we want Piercing Shot, Penetrating Shot, or Piercing Shot, Big Blast? And I think, like always, I'm going to take Big Blast. I'm just going to use Piercing Shot for this campaign to finish off people who are low, or to get people low so that Dolores or Charles can finish them off with the Devious attacks. So being able to hit more people is going to be better. And you know what? Here's Crystal Mountain. Let's go.